Hey guys, welcome to 6 tips and tricks to improve your skills in Mario Kart.
So tip number 1 is to practice often.
So what you need to do is budget some of your time to go to Grand Prix on Mario Kart and just practice against some CPUs. So sometimes I just like to practice just for practice or for the fun of it, and usually my goal is to beat the CPUs. So yeah.
Tip number 2 is to race against your friends and family.
So when I say that, I mean every once in a while when you're practicing, you should get one of your family members or your friends. It doesn't matter if you're playing online or not, and just race against each other in Grand Prix. So this kind of goes along with the last one, but just see who can win. Try to be able to beat your sister or your mom, or yeah, it should definitely help you improve your skills.
Tip number 3 is drifting.
So I'm sure everyone here knows what drifting is, but just to be safe, drifting is like turning around a corner, and it gives you more control when you're turning, and then when you're done turning, if you've held the drift for long enough, it'll give you a speed boost like right here. I picked Dragon Driftway for this example just because it's a good drifting level. So, to drift, you want to hold the back right trigger, or ZR, or ZR, or however you want to say that, and while holding the stick either left or right depending on which direction you want to turn, and then it will start turning you in that direction. So yes, it is helpful, and this is one of the big game changers that could really help you when you're playing.
Tip number 4 is tricking.
So this next one, tricking, is similar to drifting, but tricking is use the same button, so ZR, ZR, back right trigger, however you want to say it. And with tricking, you get to the top of a slope or get to the end of a little gliding blue pad thingy, and then you, instead of holding that button, you press that button, so you press ZR like that, and then it will just give you a little extra speed boost. This is one of those, it's another one of those game changers. It can help just as much as drifting, and if you nail getting those tricks, then it will definitely get you some speed, because if you're doing online play or whatever, I'm sure a lot of the people that you race against will know what tricking is and drifting, and they'll be doing those techniques. So if you don't do those techniques, it could put you behind some.
Tip number 5 is practice in time trials.
Okay, so that one might seem like a more obvious one, but a lot of people don't really use time trials. And when you're playing online play, the most common race speed that you'll be playing in is 150cc. So time trials is automatically set to 150cc for you to get that good practice in, and pick your favorite course or a course you struggle with, and just get on. You can do a solo race, or you can race against a ghost. Like sometimes I like trying to race against the best people in the world at that course, and I will normally not be able to beat their ghost, but at least I can see how they play the game and how I play differently, and how I can improve off of their scores. So pretty much just practice alone, practice against ghosts. Time trials can overall really help you improve your skills.
Tip number 6 is control your drifts.
Okay, so that one is a little bit more advanced. So, in order to control your drift, you gotta understand, when you drift, you do not have to constantly, like if you're drifting right, you don't have to constantly hold right. So like I can just let go of right, and I'll continue to drift. So, with controlling your drift, knowing that, you can use the drift button, and if you're drifting left, you can hold right to pretty much drift more outward. Like right here, if I want to get around that right there, I can do that. Yeah, so drifting more outwards, or inwards, So if you want to drift more inwards, just hold in like that. If you want to drift more outwards, you can hold out, and then you'll go all the way out. So this really helps because if you think about it, with drifting as like one set turning speed or whatever, then it could make you crash like this. Oh no, like that. So yeah, controlling your drift really helps. Alright, so now it's time for the recap.
Right, time for the recap. Tip number 1 is to practice often. Tip number 2 is to race against your friends and family. Tip number 3 is drifting. Tip number 4 is tricking. Tip number 5 is practice in time trials. And tip number 6 is control your drifts.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Hopefully it helped you out, and I just want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and bye.